Hello, it's Sunday. I'm Catherine Bassett, and as part of Kareem Neal's Black History Project, I am reading a storybook for children, this time not with a Black character, but from a land in Africa called West Africa. And this is a folk tale. One of my favorite things to teach when I was in my library were fairy tales, folk tales, and tall tales. And this is a folk tale from West Africa. Kareem asked us this week to honor parents. Kareem, I apologize. I did not get to do that. My week was a little hectic. But in reading this story, I am honoring parents and grandparents and great-grandparents who passed down their heritage through the oral storytelling tradition. So this is a story that was told verbally by generations of West Africans and has now been captured in a picture book that was written down by Verna Aardema and illustrated by Leo and Diane Dillon. And the story is called Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. Folk tales are typically stories that have morals, and let's see what the moral of this folk tale is. The pictures in this book are absolutely stunning, and this book won the Caldecott medal, which is given for the best illustrations in a picture book in a given year. So I'm going to try to show you the pictures as best as I can because they're absolutely gorgeous. One morning, a mosquito saw an iguana drinking at a water hole. The mosquito said, "Iguana, you will never believe what I saw yesterday." "Try me," said the iguana. The mosquito said, "I saw a farmer digging yams that were almost as big as I am." "What's a mosquito compared to a yam?" snapped the iguana grumpily. "I would rather be deaf than listen to such nonsense." Then he stuck 2 sticks in his ears and went off, meck, 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 through the woods. A crow saw, excuse me, I missed a page, I apologize. The iguana was still grumbling to himself when he happened to pass by a python. Here's the python. The big snake raised his head and said, "Good morning, iguana." But the iguana did not answer and just lumbered on, bobbing his head, bat-him in, bat-him in. "Now why won't he speak to me?" said the python to himself. "Iguana must be angry about something. I am afraid he is plotting some mischief against me." He began looking for somewhere to hide, and the first likely place he found was a rabbit hole, and in he went. Wassa, wassawoo, wassawoo. When the rabbit saw the big snake coming into her burrow, she was terrified, and she scurried out through the back way and bounded, crick, 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 across a clearing. A crow saw the rabbit running for her life. He flew into the forest crying, "Caw, caw, caw," for it was his duty to spread the alarm in case of danger. A monkey heard the crow. He was sure that some dangerous beast was prowling near, and he began screeching and leaping all through the tops of the trees to help warn the other animals. And as the monkey was crashing through the treetops, he happened to land on a dead limb, and it broke and fell on an owl's nest, killing one of the baby owlets. Mother Owl was not at home, for though she usually hunted only in the night, this morning she was still out searching for one more tidbit to satisfy her hungry babies. When she returned to her nest, she found that one of them was dead. Her other children told her that the monkey had killed it, and all that day and all that night, she sat in her nest, so sad, so sad, so sad. Now, It was Mother Owl who woke the sun each day so that the dawn could come. But this time, when she should have done it, she did not. The night grew longer and longer, and the animals of the forest knew that it was lasting much too long. They feared that the sun would never come back. At last, King Lion called a meeting of all the animals. They came and sat down, pem, 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 around a council fire. Mother Owl did not come, and the antelope was sent to fetch her. When she arrived, King Lion asked, "Mother Owl, why have you not called the sun? The night has lasted long, 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 and everyone is worried." Mother Owl said, "Monkey killed one of my owlets, and because of that, I cannot bear to wake the sun." The king said to the gathered animals, "Did you hear? It was the monkey who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Then King Lion called the monkey. He came before him nervously, glancing from side to side, rim, rim, rim. "Monkey," said the king, "why did you kill one of Mother Owl's owlets?" "Oh, king," said the monkey, "it was the crow's fault. He was calling and calling to warn us of danger, and I went leaping through the trees to help, and a limb broke from under me, and it fell, ta, on the owl's nest and killed the baby." The king said to the council, "So it was the crow who alarmed the monkey who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Then the king called for the crow. That big bird came flapping up and said, "King Lion, it was the rabbit's fault. I saw her running for her life in the daytime. Wasn't that reason enough to spread an alarm?" The king thought and nodded his head. Then he said to the council, "So it was the rabbit who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Then King Lion called the rabbit. The timid little rabbit stood before King Lion, one trembling paw drawn up uncertainly. "Rabbit," cried the king, "why did you break a law of nature and go running, running, running in the daytime?" "Oh, king," said the rabbit, "it was the python's fault. I was in my house minding my own business when that big snake came in and chased me out." The king said to the council, "So it was the python who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." King Lion called the python, who came slithering, wassaroo, wassaroo, past the other animals. "But king," he cried, "it was the iguana's fault. He wouldn't speak to me, and I thought he was plotting some mischief against me. When I crawled into Rabbit's hole, I was only trying to hide." The king said to the council, "So it was the iguana who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come." Now the iguana was not at the meeting, for he had not heard the summons. The antelope was sent to fetch him. All the animals laughed and laughed when they saw the iguana coming, badamin, with the sticks still stuck in his ears. King Lion pulled out the sticks, purrup, purrup. Then he asked, "Iguana, What evil have you been plotting against Python? None, none at all, said the iguana. Python is my friend. Then why wouldn't you say good morning to me? Demanded the python. I didn't hear you. I didn't even see you, said the iguana. Mosquito told me such a big lie, I couldn't bear to listen to it, so I put sticks in my ears. The lion laughed. So that's why you had sticks in your ears. Yes, said the iguana. It was the mosquito's fault. King Lion said to the council, so it was the mosquito who annoyed the iguana, who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet. And now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that the day can come. Punish the mosquito, cried all the animals. And when Mother Owl heard that, she was satisfied. She turned her head toward the east and hooted, hoo, 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 and the sun came up. Meanwhile, the mosquito had listened to all of this from a nearby bush. She crept under a curly leaf, and was never found and brought before the council. But because of this, the mosquito has a guilty conscience, and to this day, she goes about whining in people's ears, see, is everyone still angry at me? And when she does this, she gets a very honest answer. Smack. So, what do you think the moral of this story was? What do you think this story was trying to teach us? It could be, don't tell lies, like mosquito told iguana. It could be, don't take rash actions, like iguana sticking sticks in his ears. It could be, don't make assumptions, like monkey and python and rabbit, assuming that there was danger nearby. There are several things that could be the moral to this story. I love this story because, like all stories that truly follow the verbal or oral tradition of storytelling, there's a chant that occurs throughout the story. And imagine a group of children chanting along with you as you read this to them, as they go through each of the animals and what they did, and coming to the end where the chant grows the longest. This is a beautiful book. It's a wonderful example of folktales and oral tradition. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a good week.